Are you having fun in your business? I mean, it should be fun, right? Well, sometimes the fun gets overlooked when you're dealing with the have-tos, the complexities of being your own boss and actually running the show. It's my goal that this, the Fun Business, Fun Money podcast, can help reignite your spark of fun by providing tips, tools, insights, and inspiration so you can enjoy running your business in the simplest, easiest, most fun way possible. I'll be sharing practical tips and ideas that you can implement immediately, along with business and money mindset insights to keep you moving forward no matter what's going on around you. I'm your host, Deirdre Amies, the Fun Business and Money Coach and founder of Powered by Personality. Let's play. Hey there, and welcome back to the Fun Business, Fun Money podcast. If you've been here a while, you'll know that it's time for our regularly scheduled tip, tool, or tactic episode. And I've got a good one for you today. Plus, I've got some book recommendations, because who doesn't love a good read? These shorter episodes go live each week on Thursdays, and the longer coaching episodes are released on Tuesdays. So make sure you hit that follow button on whatever platform you're listening on, and you'll get notifications when each one is available, so you don't miss a thing. And side note, does anyone else's brain instantly start playing songs when certain phrases are said? Mine now has a theme song of Aerosmith's Don't Want to Miss a Thing going on. I mean, not the worst song to have stuck in your head, right? Anyway, I wanted to talk about this idea of being outrageously open to receiving more. It's been on my mind a lot lately, so clearly it's something I need to get out and share with the world. Probably a good 7 or 8 years ago, I read a book called The Aladdin Factor by Jack Canfield. The basic premise is that we're not asking for what we want, and that's the reason why we're frustrated or bored, or generally lacking the life that we desire. And I'm sure everybody knows the concept of Aladdin thanks to the various Disney movies and books, but in a nutshell, when Aladdin finds the lamp and meets the genie, he realizes he has to be very clear and specific about what he wants. He has a couple of false starts, as we all do, but he eventually nails it with his third wish. Spoiler alert. The overarching premise of the story is that we have to get better at communicating our wishes, both literally and figuratively. If you don't ask, guess what happens? You got nothing. Or at least you've got what you've always had. But if you desire something more than the status quo, you have to ask. And you have to be open to receiving. It's no good wishing for something, and then when you're presented with the very thing that you said you wanted, even though it may not appear in the form you thought it would, you reject it out of pride and keeping up appearances. I mean, you can't have people thinking you can't support yourself, can you? That's ridiculous. Let's get over that. That's like saying to the universe, nah, just kidding. I don't actually want that. I was just messing with you. Which is fine, but in the process of rejecting that, what else are you rejecting? There's something to think about. Another life-changing book that I discovered probably about 2 years ago is Tosha Silver's Outrageous Openness, Letting the Divine Take the Lead. Now, this little gem of awesomeness came to my attention via an Amazon recommendation after I bought another book. I have no idea now what that first book was. This one definitely had an impact on how I feel about being open to receiving more. I absolutely loved the joyful energy that came from just reading the description. And I knew I had to have it in spite of promising myself that I was done buying books at the time. We've all done that, right? Here's what it says. What if the divine is constantly igniting roadside flares to get our attention? What if there is actually a supreme organizing principle with an unbridled sense of humor? And what if we each have this ardent inner suitor who's writing us love letters every day that go unopened? What I love about it the most is that it's all-inclusive when it comes to the divine. Tosha Silver was raised Jewish, but she has a deep love of the Christian version of God, for Buddha and the various Hindu deities, the all-encompassing universe, which is my personal preference for describing this kind of stuff. It's all the same thing, and we've got to be open to the different terminologies. Her approach to being outrageously open to receiving all the experiences and things that life, or the divine, has to offer is just so beautiful and inspiring. You can't help but feel those good vibes yourself. And as you know from being in my world, whether it's online or in person, I'm all about the good vibes, having fun and enjoying the good in every single moment. Even the shitty ones, there's always something good there. Being outrageously open to receiving is how you can have more of that. Pay attention to those roadside flares. Enjoy the sense of humor that the universe has and open those love letters and see what happens in your life, in your business, and in your bank account. So my big question for you is, are you outrageously open to receiving more? And I mean more than you have right now, more than you've ever had before, more than anyone in your family or your circle of friends has ever had. That's where the magic is, being open to receiving and looking for the fun and joy in everything, even those seemingly shitty things that make you question the universe's intent. Like, really? Come on. If you can, grab a pen and write this down. It's safe for me to have more, no matter how much I already have. And if you're out driving or walking, don't worry, I've got you covered. You'll find a full transcript in the show notes link in the description of this episode. You can always go back and grab what you need later. I would love to hear your stories about receiving something outrageous, unexpected, those seemingly random occurrences. I'm talking about that time you had an unexpected car repair bill and had no idea where you'd find the money to pay for it. Then maybe a client signs up out of the blue and it's the exact amount you need or more. That was me recently. I adore my 10-year-old car. It's a Ford Focus that I call Fergus. And Fergus needed a whole new transmission, which came at a heart attack level cost. It was still worth fixing versus buying a new or second-hand car, though. And you know what? The money showed up from a very unexpected source. And I didn't argue the point out of pride or anything else. I gratefully received the money. Fergus is back on the road, and I'm having so much fun driving around. Or what about that time maybe you helped a person struggling with their groceries in the rain and they hand you a gift card to say thank you. And it's for a store where that thing you've been saving up to buy is located. And it's the exact amount that you need to go and get it now. That's the stuff I'm talking about. Send me a DM and tell me about it. Or share a post and tag me. I'm at Fun Business Fun Money on Facebook, Instagram, and on the new Threads platform as well. If you're on LinkedIn, you'll find me by name, Deirdre Amies. Or you can email hello@deirdreamies.com if that's your preference. So that's what I got for you today. Go read the books. I'll pop the links in the show notes as well. I think everyone should read Outrageous Openness at the very least because it's just such a feel-good read. Be outrageously open to receiving more of all the things you want in life. opportunities, experiences, the money to buy the things you want or need, gifts, smiles, random acts of kindness, all of it, and see what magic you can bring into your life. Take care, have fun being outrageously open and playing to receive more. And I'll catch you in the next episode. Thanks for joining me. If you found this episode useful, make sure you hit that follow button on your chosen podcast platform so you get the notifications when each new episode goes live and you don't miss anything. If you know someone who would also get something from it, don't be shy, share it with them. One of the best things about being a business coach for online entrepreneurs is helping them make sense of their creative ideas and turn them into a simple, clear business system that actually makes money. A client recently described me as a castle building expert. You've got the big vision and some of the building materials already, but you don't quite know how to bring it all together into a solid foundation. Then I come along and I show you the blueprint that makes sense of it all. I love that analogy. And I'd love to show you your personalized blueprint, the one that's just right for you and your clients. But I can't do that until you join Ignite, my business and money coaching program. So head on over to deirdreamies.com/ignite for all the details. Fill out the application form and let's talk about building your castle in the simplest, easiest way possible.